What's up, everybody? This is Tech G back with another video to help you successfully pass the CompTIA A+ 1202 certification exam. So let's get into it. All right, so artificial intelligence is everywhere now. It's in your phone, your email, your car, your streaming apps, and increasingly in your workplace. Whether you love it, fear it, or feel a little overwhelmed by it, AI is officially part of the IT landscape, and CompTIA knows it. That's why this objective focuses on explaining basic AI concepts, not how to build AI systems, but how to use them responsibly, understand their limits, and manage risk as an IT professional. So with that being said, let's go. All right, so exactly what is AI? So at its core, AI, this refers to software systems that can perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. Now that might sound fancy, but in practice, it usually means recognizing patterns, making predictions, generating text, images, or code, and analyzing large amounts of data. So just understand that AI does not think the way humans do. It doesn't understand intent, emotions, or truth. Instead, it relies on training data, statistical models, and probabilities to generate results. Now, for the A+ exam, you're not expected to know how AI is built. You're just expected to know how it is used, where it fits, and where it can go wrong. All right, so let's talk about application integration. So one of the biggest AI concepts in the exam is application integration, meaning how AI is built into the software and systems that people use every single day. Now, you don't install AI like a printer driver. Instead, AI is embedded into applications, often behind the scenes. And some common examples of AI application integration are as follows. So think about the tools that you probably already have touched. We're talking email spam filters that learn which messages to block. You have virtual assistants like Cortana, Siri, and Google Assistant. You got chatbots on company websites or help desks. You got autocomplete and predictive text in emails and documents. And you got ticketing systems that categorize or prioritize support requests. Now, from an IT support perspective, AI integration, this means users may not even realize they're interacting with AI until something breaks, behaves strangely, or raises privacy concerns. Now, why does this matter for IT support? Well, as an IT technician, you may be asked questions like, why did this system flag my email as spam? Why did the chatbot give me the wrong answer? Or can I trust this AI tool with company data? Now, you don't need to debug the AI model, but you do need to understand how it integrates into applications and workflows so you can support users effectively. All right, next, let's talk about AI policy. Now, this is where CompTIA gets very practical and very real. So understand that AI is powerful, but uncontrolled AI use can create legal, ethical, and security problems. And that's why organizations create AI usage policies, just like acceptable use policies for computers and networks. So let's talk about the appropriate use policies for AI. So an appropriate use policy, this defines how AI tools can and cannot be used in the workplace. And some examples include whether employees can use public AI tools like ChatGPT for work tasks, what type of data can be entered into AI systems, whether AI generated content can be used in official documents, and how AI can assist but not replace human decision making. Now, from an IT standpoint, enforcing or supporting these policies, this might involve blocking access to certain AI tools, configuring browser or endpoint restrictions, and educating users about safe AI practices. And then there's plagiarism when it comes to AI. So one of the most exam relevant policy topics is plagiarism, because AI tools, they can generate essays, reports, code, emails, and documentation in seconds. So what's the problem? Well, that content may closely resemble existing copyrighted material. It may be reused by multiple people using the same prompts, or it may be presented as original work when it's not. Now, in schools, plagiarism, this is an academic issue. In the workplace, it can be a legal and reputational disaster. So for the CompTIA A+ exam, you should understand that AI-generated content, this is not automatically original. Also, using AI output without verification or attribution, this can violate policy. And IT teams that may be involved in monitoring, logging, or restricting AI use. All right, so let's move on to talk about AI limitations. So AI is impressive, but it is far from perfect. And CompTIA explicitly tests your understanding of AI limitations because this is where real-world problems happen. So let's go ahead and break down the three big ones. The first is bias. Now understand that AI systems, they learn from training data, which often comes from real human behavior, historical records, and online content. Now, if that data contains bias, then the AI will reflect it. So how does bias show up in AI? Well, some examples include resume screening tools that favor certain demographics, facial recognition systems that perform poorly on certain groups, and language models reinforcing stereotypes. Now, the key takeaway for the A+ exam is this: AI does not create bias. It only amplifies the bias in its training data. And as an IT professional, you may not design the AI system, but you may be responsible for supporting users affected by biased outcomes, reporting issues to vendors or management, and also understanding that AI decisions should not be blindly trusted. Then there's the issue of hallucinations. Now, this one surprises a lot of people because an AI hallucination, this occurs when an AI system generates information that sounds correct, but is completely false. And the scary part is AI often presents these hallucinations with confidence. And some examples of AI hallucinations are as follows. So we're talking about citing fake sources or studies, inventing product features that do not exist, giving incorrect troubleshooting steps, or making up command settings or configurations. Now, for IT support, hallucinations that can be dangerous. So imagine a technician that's copying and pasting AI generated commands into a production system, or trusting incorrect troubleshooting steps, or sharing false information with users. This is why CompTIA emphasizes human verification. Just remember, AI can assist, but humans, they must validate. And then there is the issue of accuracy. So understand that AI does not know facts. It predicts what response is statistically likely based on patterns. That means older or outdated information may be presented as current, complex technical topics may be oversimplified, and edge cases may be completely wrong. But from an exam perspective, just understand this: AI output should always be reviewed, tested, and verified before used in IT environments. And with real jobs, this might look like double checking AI generated scripts, verifying documentation against vendor sources, and testing AI suggestions in a lab environment first. All right, so let's talk about something that every IT professional must understand, and that is the difference between private and public AI systems. This is a big deal for data security, privacy, and compliance, and it is very testable on the A+ exam. So what is a public AI system? Well, a public AI system, these are platforms that are available to anyone. Think of public chatbots, free AI writing tools, or public image or code generators. So what is the risk of a public AI? Well, when users enter data into public AI tools, the organization often has no control over data storage. The data may be logged or retained, and the inputs may be used to train future models. And also the data may cross geographic or legal boundaries. Now, for IT support, this raises serious concerns about confidential company information, personally identifiable information, and compliance with regulations like GDPR or HIPAA. And this is why many companies restrict or prohibit public AI usage for work-related tasks. And then there's private AI systems. In private AI systems, they are controlled by an organization, and they may be hosted internally, managed through enterprise cloud services, or configured with strict access controls. So the benefits of private AI are as follows. So private AI environments, they allow organizations to control who can access the system, define what data is used for training, apply security controls and monitoring, and meet compliance and audit requirements. Now, for the exam, the key idea is simple. Private AI, this offers greater control, security, and privacy, but this requires way more management. And then we have data security. So data security, this is a recurring theme across all CompTIA exams, and AI is no exception. When AI systems process data, that data must be protected at rest, protected in transit, access controlled, and logged and monitored. Now, from an IT perspective, this may involve encryption, role-based access control, endpoint security, and network monitoring. And just understand that AI does not replace security principles. It simply inherits them. So another important concept is data source transparency. In AI systems, they rely on training data, which may include public internet data, licensed data sets, and internal company data. Now, problems tend to arise when data sources are unknown or undocumented, data is outdated or inaccurate, or sensitive data is unintentionally included. Now, for entry-level IT roles, you may be asked to help users understand where AI results come from, escalate concerns about data usage, and support audits or compliance reviews. And finally, let's talk about data privacy, which is arguably the most sensitive AI topic. Now, understand that AI systems, they can process massive amounts of personal data, including names, email addresses, behavioral patterns, search history, and user interactions. And without proper controls, this can lead to privacy violations, regulatory fines, and loss of user trust. Now, CompTIA wants you to understand that AI systems must respect the same privacy principles as any other IT system. That means collecting only necessary data, protecting user content, limiting data retention, and following legal requirements. All right, so let me go ahead and wrap all this up. So if there's one message that CompTIA wants you to walk away with, it's this: AI is a tool, not a decision maker, not a truth engine, and not a replacement for human judgment. Now, as an entry-level IT professional, your role is not to build AI systems. Your role is to support users who interact with AI, understand where AI fits in applications, enforce policies and appropriate use, recognize AI limitations and risks, and protect data privacy and security. Now, if you can explain application integration, policy concerns, limitations, and private versus public AI differences in plain language, then you are exactly where CompTIA expects you to be. And honestly, you'll be ahead of a lot of people who are already working in IT if you can do that. All right, so with all that being said, let's do some check on learning. So our first question is: an organization allows employees to use an AI writing tool, but prohibits entering internal documentation, customer information, or personally identifiable information into the tool. Which AI-related concept is the policy primarily addressing? Is it application integration, appropriate use, hallucinations, or accuracy? And the correct answer is appropriate use. So appropriate use policies, they define how AI tools may be used within an organization, including what data is allowed or prohibited. Restricting sensitive information from being entered into AI systems. This helps reduce legal, privacy, and security risks. And this aligns directly with CompTIA's focus on AI policy and acceptable use. Next question. A technician uses an AI chatbot to generate troubleshooting steps for a Windows issue. The chatbot confidently provides steps that reference settings and features that do not exist in the operating system. This behavior is an example of which AI limitation? Is this bias, plagiarism, hallucinations, or application integration? And the correct answer is this is hallucinations. So AI hallucinations, they occur when an AI system generates information that sounds accurate but is completely false. And this is especially risky in IT environments, as following hallucinated instructions, this can cause system misconfigurations or downtime. And CompTIA emphasizes that AI output must always be verified by a human. And our final question is, which of the following is a key security advantage of using a private AI system instead of a public AI platform? Is it private AI systems are always more accurate? Is it private AI systems eliminate bias? Is it private AI systems do not require policies? Or is it private AI systems allow greater control over data access and storage? And the correct answer is private AI systems allow greater control over data access and storage. So private AI systems, they are managed by an organization and they provide greater control over data security, data sources, and privacy. Now, while private AI does not eliminate bias or accuracy issues, it allows organizations to enforce access controls, comply with regulations, and reduce the risk of sensitive data exposure.